Hello and welcome to Crescendo Tutorials. So now this is the first post for Crescendo Tutorials, and I'm actually going to start off with a title tutorial, a cool title tutorial, as you can see here. I'll play the video out. I am divine. Now a little scroll through. I am divine. So the reason I'm starting with a title tutorial is because you got to have great titles to open up your project, and great titles for names or anything. Alright, so let's jump right into it. After Effects, go to File, New, Project. Alright, so now you see a blank new project, you're lost, you don't know what to do. Well, I do. I have the skills. It's like, no. So now, it's good to learn the shortcuts. Create new composition right here, this little film strip box. Click on that, new composition. And when you go over the numbers, you can see this little arrow pops up, so you can change that to whatever aspect ratio you want. If you get lost, type in 1920, whatever you want. You'll see it's a preset. The aspect ratio is locked, so keep it the right size. And if you don't want to change the color, I'm going to call this one Divine Scatter. You can change the color if you want, and click on that. So you can change the color. I'm not going to do that. Push OK, and that's your new composition right there. So we're going to start a new text box. Go to T. The shortcut is Command T. If you see V, that's for arrow, and so on and so forth. So we're going to go right in the middle, start a new text box, type in I am divine. Stretch that out a little bit. If it's too long, click down here in this layer, push V to go back to arrow. I am divine. I'm going to center that. If you see over here in the character, you could change the the fonts. You can change the size, the text size, and the line size. I'm divine, a little bit off. Let's go center, a little below center, actually. And then go back down to I'm divine, Apple C, Apple V, duplicate it. So this bottom I'm divine, the first one is going to be what the effect is on. And we can go over here to effect presets. Now, if you don't see this effect presets, that means you got to change your window. So say if you're in a window with motion tracking, you'll see a tracker and no effects. You'll be like, what's wrong? Where's my effects? So go to Window and make sure it's on Effects. And there you go. So we want to actually do CC Scatterize. There it goes. Put this on the first I'm Divine text box, and you see right here it pops up. I'm Divine Effects. And this you can work right from here. You see the little toggler right here. This is the keyframe toggler. Now you gotta be skilled to work up here. It's like no, but go down here to text. I'm divine. The first one, effects. You'll see CC Scatterize. Now you see I go to the drop down one, effects drop down, CC Scatter drop down. You'll see scatter. So we want to make it scatter. Let's start out right here. You click this toggle button. You see that little orange diamond up here. That's a keyframe. See, like in Final Cut and After Effects, they use keyframes to animate things. So if we want to animate it for about 3 seconds, it goes from 0, we type in 500. And you can see it's completely scattered. It's completely scattered. So now, from there, we don't want it to just scatter as soon as it starts. So take the slider about 2 seconds in, and you can actually slide the keyframe. And let's go to about 5 seconds. And end it. Now see, I just moved my effect. And there you have it. That's how you scatter. Now we're going to actually throw a little glow on this. Glow. Right there. Just throw it on there. And when you go down the glow drop down, you see it pops up right here. Let's take up the radius on this. Just glow. So now you can see it glows. I am divine. Now, I actually want the glow to increase. So we're going to go right at the beginning. And what I'm going to do is go to Glow, Radius, Keyframe. I'm going to start it out at 30. And then 1 second in, I'm going to take it all the way up to 180. Take up the intensity a little bit. So you can see it gets a little... It glows a little more. Let's start it on Alright, and actually, if we want that glow to stay there, we can take this glow and drag it onto the... No, we can't. Take another glow and drag it onto the top one. And close this drop down, open up the second drop down, go to Effects, Glow, and in Glow, let's go to the radius, take that up. There you go. So now if I want this actually to be keyframed, I can go down to the 2-second mark, and I want it to, you can see the scatter begins right there. That's where I want it to glow the most, where the scatter begins. Right there. So I'm going to take my radius all the way up. As high as I want it to go. Not too high. 77. And then when I go to the beginning, I want... I keep forgetting. Make sure you put the keyframe, people. 77 keyframe. 0 keyframe. See that? So it's going to glow more intensely. See that? So now I just animated the glow. See that? Animation for glow. Animation for scatter. Done and done. We're done. It's like, no. Alright, so we're almost done. So now really, if you want to animate this and fade it in, all you do is play with opacity. So I'm going to go down to close this drop down transform. Opacity, really. And what I can do is put a keyframe on it, put 0, and right where I want it to be the most, put 100. Right here. 100. And it'll come in. So now you see. So now, if I wanted to zoom in and out, or scale it up and down, I need this 3D box right here. You see, you get another area of input, value, a 3D value actually. You see you got X goes, over the X-axis, Y, around, and Z, like a little swirly motion. But we're actually going to use the scale. So we're going to take the slider back to 0, put a keyframe there, and we're going to scale it all the way up, all the way up, all the way up. And then we're going to go right to where we want it to come down. Right here. Scale it all the way down. All the way back down. Right to where it scatters. I'll say 100 right there. So see? And now it's coming down. And it comes down and scatters. Now you see we still got the other item divine here. We got to get that out of here. I don't know why it's still there. So, so actually go to the under item divine. You go to close all these drop downs. Go to transform opacity. So now we got to go put a keyframe there. Make that 0 also. And we want that to come in. Before it comes in, make that 1. So right here, I'm going to make it 1. And then when it comes in, I make it 100. It's a little trick I learned. So now, oh, hold up. I see, you see it right there, don't you? So what you got to do is take that out, stretch it out, stretch this over right there, 100. And there you go. Now, as it comes out, as they come out, the scattered particles, I want my divine to come back out. So go back to the top divine, put a scale keyframe here, move it up, I'll say about 3. Go to the end of it, about 5, move it up a little more, make it just get a little bit bigger. And there you have it. And then I just fade everything out. Transform. Opacity, let's go a little bit before. Let's go to 90. And then let's go to almost 6 seconds. Let's go to 0. After that's done, let's go to the second eye, first item divine, opacity. Let's go, so it's finished around 5 seconds right here. It's finished around there, so let's go opacity. Before it's finished, let's type in 50. And when it's done, right when it's done, let's drag that back just a little bit. And right when it's done, let's type in 0. So it's going to drop down, and you see the scattered particles fade out, and then the I'm Divine comes towards us and fades out. See? And there you have it. So scroll through it, and you can see your whole animated I'm Divine animation. And that's a great intro. It's the amateur to pro intro. So we're going to work our way up. And make sure this work area end over here, bring it down to where the end's at. And you get better and better. You keep adding on as you go. If you're a visual thinker like me, you keep adding on as you go. But this is your work area you want to, render. So you go to Composition, Add to Render Queue. And here you go. You change the settings. You can change the output module. You can change everything. Output to Divine Scatter Desktop. Make sure it's MOV. Because if you go to Output Module and change it to like MP4 or they got Blu-ray. You can change it to different things, but I usually take it from this to Final Cut and do my project there. So right there, and then push render, and there you have it. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next Crescendo tutorial. I think someone's calling me. My queen is calling me. Alright, gotta go food shopping. Thanks for watching. Bye.